Alright y'all, today we are doing something super simple. It's summertime, warm weather. So what's a good recipe dessert for that? Now we're doing a watermelon sorbet. Now this really has, unless you count the water, there's two ingredients, sugar and watermelon. Real simple, right? Now I'm gonna go ahead and I got a little watermelon here. We don't need much. We're going to use about 3 to 4 cups of it, depending, on the size. This really depends on how much you want to make. We're making it in the food processor also, or if you have a strong blender, you can also do it in a strong blender. So I got a small watermelon, seedless. We're only going to use about three-ish cups of watermelon. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead, cut this watermelon open, dice it up, maybe just spoon out some in chunks that are the size for my food processor. Then we're going to go ahead and throw those in the freezer. But before we get to making this, we are on the road to 500 subscribers. So if you haven't already and you want to learn a new recipe every week, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to cooking. Alright y'all, so while our watermelon is freezing, we're going to go ahead and make a sugar syrup. Now on a medium heat, we're going to take 1 cup of sugar. We're going to take 1/3 of a cup of water. And now we're just going to continually stir this until all that sugar is melted and dissolved in, and this comes up to a boil. But we have to stir so the sugar doesn't burn. So once this comes up to a simmer, we're just going to let this simmer for a couple minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, doesn't need long. Alright, so after a minute, we're going to remove this from heat. We're going to pour it I'm going to pour mine into a mason jar. We're not going to be using all of this, so it's good to save for later recipes, or if you want to make more sorbets in the future. And then we're just going to let this cool down to room temperature in whatever dish you put it in. So I did freeze about 3 to 4 cups of watermelon, but my food processor is only going to take about 2 cups of it. But that's alright because, this recipe is so simple, it's not even a recipe. Now we're just going to take some of our sugar syrup, about a tablespoon to 2, and add just a little bit of sweetness that's needed and the texture, and then we'll just start there. And we're looking for a super creamy texture. And you can also taste test it. And if it's not quite sweet enough, you could always add just a little bit more of your sugar syrup. But that's also that syrup is also what's gonna give it its texture. So let me spoon some of this into a glass real quick, clean this up. Alright y'all, and there you have it. If you like this recipe and want to see more like it, go ahead, hit a like and subscribe button. If you want to see anything cooked on this channel, go ahead and leave a comment below. There's a video over here that YouTube thinks you should watch, and until next time, keep on cooking on.